Today's Deep Thoughts with Iz are about music. Amazing music. Led Zepp, The Beatles, AC/DC, Pearl Jam, The Doors, The Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd. One month later. We're going back to get our glasses. These are my shades. These are not my glasses. Well, you saw my glasses. I'm not liking them. Wore them for a month and decided, no. It's the first time I tried A, that shape, and B, them being clear. And I think I'd prefer to have them, a different frame. Different frame, because the reading part of it was so low that I had to go like this to read, right? No. So we are off again for another hour ride and get our new glasses that they'll probably have to order, and then I will have to drive back again to go pick up. It's chilly outside, so we're gonna leave the jacket because we're gonna need it. Fall is in the air. Everywhere you look around. Shadoobie, shadoobie. I used to do that to that song. You know how you just give your own? My husband, okay, good subject. My husband doesn't really know words to songs. Very few. Baby Got Back, knows the whole thing. Anything else? Not so much. He also doesn't know like famous artists. For instance, he doesn't know any Beatles songs. Like he doesn't know that that's the Beatles that's singing. Like he knows, oh yeah, he's familiar with this song, but he has no idea that's the Beatles. I think he can recognize Elvis, but only because he doesn't like Elvis. Doesn't not like him, but he doesn't get what's so great about him, I guess. No Springsteen, because I taught him well. He knows like Guns N' Roses. He knows the music that was out in the 90s in his little small town. So that music out in the 90s was really the stuff that we had in the big cities in the 80s. So in 90s, when I was listening to like Pearl Jam and, grunge, Nirvana, all that stuff, he was listening to Guns N' Roses. Like heavy metal 80s music is what he knows when it comes to like bands. That's about it. Doesn't really know Led Zepp, doesn't know anything from the 70s, 60s. I remember singing in the car, and my daughter used to think I used to make up these songs because she just didn't understand why I was singing these silly songs. And one of them was like, Flash, savior of the universe. The other one was, I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo. Anyway, those were two that I know for a fact that she used to always go, those aren't real songs. I think I used to always sing, I come from the land down under. But I would just pick like little pieces of the song, and she thought that I was just making up songs as I was driving or whatever. And then one day she heard Queen and she heard Flash, and she was like, oh my God, my mother used to sing that all the time. That's a real song. The other one was, you gotta eat your meat. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? And another one was, Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. So those are just a few of the many that I tortured her with. Stick around to the end, and you'll get to see all the glasses that I tried on, and then you can tell me which ones you liked best. And then when I go back to get them, I'll do a video of which ones I got. Okay. So we're driving, nice scenic route, blah, 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 blah. My music is playing. I'm going crazy, right? So I got a new phone, but also, it's the new, I have an iPhone, so it's the new iOS upgrade to, I don't know what it is, like we went from 18 to 26 or something like that. And there's like all these cool little features, but I never pay attention to that stuff until I actually need it, or I see it on my phone and I'm like, oh, it's this. And I click on it and do whatever. Okay. So I'm driving, listening to music. And then, normally the song would end because I have it on mix. I have it on my Apple Music and I just have it shuffle, right? So normally the song ends and then the next song starts. But no. Hold on to your friggin' hat. Because you know what just happened? It mixes in. Like the song was ending and it's almost like you have a DJ in the car with you. Do you understand what I'm saying to you right now? Like it mixed in. Like it went like, and then all of a sudden you start hearing, and I'm like, what's happening to my, and I realized it's mixing in the next song. Can you stand it? Can you just stand it right now? I got a DJ in the car with me for this long ass trip to get home. Okay, I just wanted to let you know about that. So if you have an iPhone, go to your music. If you have Apple Music, hit shuffle and enjoy your DJ. Okay, so today's road trip is going to revolve around music. Seems like, right? First we were talking about it on the way there. Now the music, which is a DJ, just giving me all the songs, mixing them all up. So I wanted to talk about my daughter. From the time that she was little, because I love music. I've always loved music. She would be sitting in the back and I would be listening to my music, whether it was Bruce or the Beatles or Elvis, whatever. And I would quiz her on some of them. She knew her music when she was younger. I'm talking 3, 4, sitting in her little seat back there. An Elvis song would come on and I would say to her, Jersey, who's this? She would be in her own little world, looking out the window, sucking on a lollipop, doing whatever. She'd be thinking, and I would say that to her, and she wouldn't even look at me. She would still continue to look out the window, and she would be like, The King. And then a song would come on, and it would be Bruce Springsteen, and I would go, Jersey, who's this? And she would go, The Boss. Inevitably, something from the Beatles would come out, and I would say, who's this? And she would go, Beatles. Those 3 were like the main. I would go, who's this? And she would just bam, right out with them. And recently, because she's really gotten into, she's played the ukulele for a while. She started playing the bass maybe about a year or 2 ago. Recently, we got the keyboards, so I'm sure she's picking up on that as well. But I think when she started playing the bass, getting into music that I love. So now she has on her phone, Mom's playlist. And that's the playlist we listen to when we're driving somewhere together. I drove her from where we lived back to Chicago after her 10-year reunion, her 10-year high school reunion. And we listened for 10 hours. We listened to amazing music. Led Zepp, the Beatles, AC/DC, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, The Doors, the Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd. Just everything that I really enjoyed listening to, like the kind of music that I grew up with. And she's really into it now. And I'm just like, thank you. Because I always wanted her to like that kind of music. But what kind of music do you like? Let me know in the comments. Do you have a favorite band, soundtrack, classical piece? Let me know. I'd like to hear. Because I love finding new music or new artists. My favorite thing to do sometimes is to go on Apple Music and search for covers of a certain song. Because, oh my gosh, sometimes they're so cool. I would even say better than the original. Or close to it. Okay, oh. The Sound of Silence. The original by Simon and Garfunkel. I love it. Used to make me cry. Just, it's such a deep song. Well, now, the lead singer of Disturbed, David Draiman, does an amazing, amazing job of this song. It is, and you have to watch the video. Like, don't just listen to the song, you have to see the visuals. I mean, chills, and also makes you want to cry. And it's haunting, amazing. And after he performed it live on, I forget what show he was on. It was on a late night show. He performed it live there. And Paul Simon called him and told him that this is now his song because he loved what he did with it so much. And honestly, I love both versions. The new one, though, I don't think it's that new. I think it's like 10 years old already. But it just came back out. I guess people started listening to it again. It is, oh my gosh. I mean, just go watch it on YouTube. Sound of Silence by Disturbed. David Draiman singing. So good. Visuals, amazing. Amazing. Like dystopian. It's just so good. It's just so good. So, yeah. Go listen to it. Oh, some of the other bands that we listened to with my daughter on the way back to Chicago was Heart, Fleetwood Mac. You know, gotta get the ladies in there. Yeah, it was a great trip all around. So when I come back to pick them up, I'm going to show you them. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you pictures of all the ones that I tried on. You can tell me what you think. I'm sure that you guys will like the ones that I didn't pick.